Okay, today we're extracting honey. This morning we went out to the hive and picked up the frames of honey. We can tell this is honey because it's all capped over with wax. And the bees will cap over the wax. Actually, in this area here you can see there's some honey that hasn't been capped yet, but I measured it and it's below 18%. 18% is a magical number. Once the honey moisture content is below 18%, the bees will put this wax capping on it. So to harvest this honey, we need to cut off this layer of wax, which I have a hot knife here, and we have a collecting bucket here that actually has a filter in the bottom. Keeps the wax inside here, and any honey that's still in the wax will drip down into the bottom container where we can collect that later. So first thing we do is we have a hot knife here. It's very hot, it'll burn you if you touch it. And you just take and you scrape off the top layer called the cappings. And this is actually the premier wax. Capping wax is a bright yellow wax. Very pretty for making candles and things. So we like to keep this separate from any other wax we collect. So basically you just remove the cappings and it exposes all the honey now. So if you look at this frame, this is all honey that we're going to extract in the extractor in a minute. So there's two sides to the frame, so we have to do both sides. This one's not quite as thick as the last one, so it takes a little more talent to get it out. Okay, so this removes the wax. The next thing we do is we take this frame and we put it in our extractor. So I already have another frame in there, so they have to off-balance each other. There's the other frame. So what I do is I spin this around like this with the lid down, and it spins all the honey out of the cells of the frame. Sorry, it's really noisy. So this spins the honey out of the frame and tosses on the side of the inner wall, and then it all collects down at the bottom, and we have this honey gate. We open this up, and you can see there's honey coming out. It looks, you can see there's little white specks in it. That's actually the wax, any wax pieces. So we have a filter here that actually filters out the wax and allows the honey to pass down into the collection bucket. So that is how you harvest honey.